membrane and my nucleus.
Yes.
God be the glory.
Come on now.
All right.
Yeah, talk up in here.
Okay. I love that. So my cell membrane is the wall, it's the door, it's the gatekeeper, right? So think of someone trying to attempt to come into the door here. It has to come through the door. You know, if we have the bodyguards or the gatekeeper there, it lets it in, lets it out. Okay? Not talking about flatulence. But anyway. All right. Then we have our cytoplasm, right? And that's everything within the cell, right? And then we have our wonderful nucleus, which is at the center, okay? The nucleus, we have our DNA, okay? So let's say, for example, if we take a pathogen. So let's take the pathogen that is relative, would be a virus, right? So let's take a virus. Curtis, would you like to be my virus for this demonstration? Not overall, just for this demonstration. All right. All right. Let's have you stand right here. Before I do this demonstration, I just want to point out some definitions, right? Because we want to be educated along this process. It's that the definition of a virus is a non-living organism. Let's say that again. A virus, yes sir, is a non-living, non-living organism. It's a non-living organism, which means that it needs a host. It needs a host. Okay. It needs a host. Now here's the thing about what a virus will do. A virus will attempt to attach itself to the cell membrane, to the plasma membrane. All right. Yeah, you're right. I have an enrollment application waiting on you, sir. You just don't know it, man. All right. So the virus will come, right? Come to the cell membrane. Now, if we have strong membranes, let's have you stand strong. He's standing strong. I like that. I like that. All right. So if we have healthy plasma membranes or cell membrane, when my virus attempts to come, right? What will happen? What will happen? Just push them out the way. Not hard. Okay, there we go. Cannot enter. Thou shalt not pass. Right? And that comes from having a strong cell membrane. Okay? Let's say, for example, if our cell membrane is somewhat weakened or is not strong, when the virus comes, again, a virus is a non-living organism that has to attach itself to a host. It will attach itself to him. There we go. That's perfect. It will attach itself to him, right? And because our cell membrane and plasma membrane is not strong, it can't shake it. So try to shake him and you stay attached to him. Right? Kind of move this way.
Don't let him leave, Kurt.
Interlock. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now kind of move around. And you come with him. Good. And then you go with him. Good. All right. Can't shake him. Can't shake him, right? Can't shake him. So already, the virus has attached itself to the cell membrane, and it cannot shake it. Now, let's say, for example, this virus has buddies. And he can't shake them. Can't shake them, right? Can't shake them. So already, this virus is attached to this cell, to the cell membrane, and he's gonna slide right on through, right? Now here's the thing. What's inside of here? What's Rick? Rick is our cytoplasm, right?
Let him know. This ain't no boys in the hood. You don't get shot here. Let him know, Rick.
All right. So the virus has made itself inside of the cell now, and is at the point of us being in the cytoplasm, right? So it's gotten past the cell membrane, and now it's inside in the cell. Okay. Again, when this happens, circling back to proteins, if our bodies, because proteins help with the formation of antibodies, if our bodies have strong enough antibodies, it will fight off. Once it gets inside the cell, it will fight off. It will fight off the virus. Yes. So can I have my antibody? All right. So this is my.
Well, it's not the guy. But I'm still a force to be reckoned with.
That's right.
No, antibody. Come, antibody. Okay, antibody right here. All right, so I got a strong antibody. My antibody knows what to do. So when my antibody sees the virus, it says, this is a piece of cake. Coronavirus? This is a joke, man. Come on. Because I know you were a good person. You're a good guy.
Oh, I'm good.
You're good, yes.
She ready to kill.
Yes, you are. Exactly. Yeah.
Don't do that, Reggie. Come on.
All right. So we got strong antibodies. Our antibodies will just remove him out of the way. Go ahead and remove him back.
Go ahead, Carl. You got it.
I gotta call my antibodies first.
There you go. You got it.
Hey, cuz, we got some people over here showing how I'm gonna need some help. Come on through.
Yes. Hold that thought. That was perfect. I don't know if you knew. Just hold that thought. That's awesome, because that's going to bring me to my next thing. So thank you for doing that. I got all these enrollment agreements coming up. Awesome. So the antibodies will fight out the virus, right? Okay. Now, say for example, if we did not have a strong antibody, if our body's not able to, if we do not provide our bodies with the right amount of protein or the correct protein, then that virus can slip its way through to the nucleus.
Hey, I told you he liked chocolate trees. He liked chocolate trees.
Does everybody follow with that? Yeah. Kind of see how this thing flows through all the way to the nucleus. Yeah. Okay. Now, there's something else I want to add to this. Let's have my virus 2 come back here, and I still got virus 1 here. So he's still stuck. And that is a blessing. That is a blessing, because as long as we don't get inside, then we're safe. Can't do any damage. Don't have any. Exactly.
Off the Greene, what is it, the hunger?
The hunger hormone, really.
Yeah, I got 10 scriptures and a whole sermon outline.
You preach.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's how good.
Yeah.
I love this. I love you all.
You appreciate you.
Oh yeah. So here's the thing about antibodies. Antibodies have a very good memory. So whenever there is a pathogen that attacks the antibody, and the antibody is able to fight off that pathogen, the antibody will remember the pathogen the next time if it comes to attack it. So let's say, for example, again, my virus comes in And here's my antibody. My antibody says,
You ain't even that big, bro.
yeah, that's exactly what it would say. And then it would be a no-brainer. It already knows what to do. This is the beauty of how God designed your body.
Yes.
It already knows what to do.
Yes. Yes. That's so
It
good.
literally already knows what to do. We just got to let it do what it do. Already knows what to do. Okay.
Preach, bro.
All right. So the antibody. We'll fight it off. We'll fight it off again. Antibody fight it off again. So it goes away. It goes away. It goes away. It goes away. And that memory is stored in there. And it knows what to do every single time a pathogen comes and tries to attack it. It knows what to do. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. The second point that I want to add on to this about proteins before moving into fats and lipids, and in which Rick brought up, and my segue into that, is you may have on the news they may have talked about the mortality rate. So there's something called a morbidity rate and a mortality rate. Okay. The morbidity rate it can be defined two ways. One of the ways that it can be defined as the number of people that it has affected. So the number of people, quote unquote, that the coronavirus has affected, right? So that's the morbidity rate, people who have been affected by it within a population or within a geographic region. Okay, so that's the morbidity rate. That's one definition of the morbidity rate. Another definition of the morbidity rate is the disease state itself. So it could be Alzheimer's. It could also be type 2 diabetes. Again, that's two ways to look at the morbidity rate. All right. So let's take the first rate, and then we also look at the mortality rate. The mortality rate is the number of deaths. So the number of people who have died from coronavirus.